So hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday and I've decided to do a little weekly reading for this week. So this is going from today, I guess, the 4th of February through till next Sunday, which will be the 11th of February. Okay, so yes, welcome, settle in. I have my cup of tea here, so I'm just going to sip it as we do the weekly reading. So I've done one of these a couple of weeks ago, and I used the Unknown Tarot, but today I'm going to go back to using the Modern Witch Tarot just because I know it a lot more than the Unknown Tarot, which I've just got and I'm still working out. So I thought I would use the Modern Witch, and I just felt called towards this deck this week, so I'm sure it has the messages that we need. Get comfortable. I'm going to pull a card for the week, and then I'm going to pull a card for each day. And the card for the week has popped out. Interesting. We have the Devil card. Now, what I'm weirdly drawn to is the Devil's hand, the one that's raised. It kind of looks to me like he's saying, hey. And that to me is saying that there is a call for attention this week to the things that are binding us and keeping us stuck. So in that sense, this week is a week in which we can get unstuck, where something that has been holding us back, whether it's just things in our own minds, in our own thoughts, whatever it is that's been holding us back, this is a week where we can shake it off, right? This is a week where we can let go of the things that hold us back. So this is a week for courage, really. This is a week for being fearless. Feels like a really strong week. We know that the Devil card is symbolic of Capricorn in astrology. And Capricorns are so determined and so hardworking and so strong in that sense, so solid. And there's a solidity that's coming through this week. It's a real sense of you can shake something off for good. Something that's been holding you back, you can let go of it for good this week, okay? So let's pull a card for each day of the week and see if that message gets a little bit more fleshed out, right? What is it that you need to let go of, you know? Let's have a look. So if we start with today, Sunday the 4th of February, what do we need to see for today, Sunday the 4th of February? Oh my goodness, so many cards have just flung themselves out. So I think we've got 3 cards. And I'm going to use them for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's cards out here. And this is the card for today, the 9 of Wands. So it's interesting, that message for the week from the Devil being this is a week where you can shake off the things that are holding you back, the things that are binding you. You're not sure you can do that. You may have heard me say that and thought, can I really do that this week? Is this really a week to break free of these chains? And the answer is yes, but the question is, do you believe in yourself enough to? The 9 of Wands is kind of that last step before the end of the battle, but it feels the hardest, right? See how the soldier is like wounded, they've got a bandage around their head. This is the hardest point of a battle. When you feel like you've been fighting for a really long time, can you go that extra mile? But it's also like a promise that if you can go that one little extra mile, if you can push yourself just a little bit more, you will get what you want. So in terms of this being the things that are holding us back, you may have become really stuck in a pattern, stuck in a rut that feels comfortable to you of what you think you're capable of or what you think your limits are. And you're not sure you can push yourself beyond that. This card today is telling you get thinking, right? Today, Sunday, as you're watching this message, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to push beyond, right? Start to think about that and know that it is possible. And then for Monday, we had this 8 of Cups fall out, but it actually fell out in the reverse. So the 8 of Cups is telling you to go forwards, right? 8 of Cups is going on an adventure, going on a voyage of self-discovery. So Sunday, we're like, can we do this? Do we have what it takes to move past our limitations? And if this was upright on Monday, you would have told yourself, yes, I do. But that's not how life works, right? We can't go from one thought process to another super quickly when it comes to the things that are holding us back. So this is very realistic. On Monday, we may feel as though we can't move forward. On Monday, even though we may want to move forward, even though we may feel as though we want to make progress on pushing out of our comfort zones, on Monday we may not feel as though we can. On Monday we may be like, okay, but I can't take that step forward. So there's this limiting feeling on Monday that you're going to be experiencing, all right? But then Tuesday comes like a gift. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups on the surface looks like it's something being offered to you. But whenever this card comes up for me, it really does reflect an emotional release. Okay? See that water is like tears. So you may enter this week feeling like there's something you want to break free of, feeling like you want more, feeling like you want more for yourself, for your life, for a particular situation. You may instantly be met with this feeling of, oh, but I can't have more. And then on Tuesday, there's some kind of breakthrough that makes you really emotional. When you think perhaps of the time that you've lost with this kind of thinking, or you think about how overwhelming it is to overhaul something, to change something, to move forward in some way, right? So you face this momentary emotional outburst on Tuesday, but that's healing, that's good. There's nothing wrong with letting go, especially that release that tears can give us, right? Why are my cards always dropping? I feel like on the floor is Wednesday, and then I've got 2 more here. I've got 3 more here. Goodness me, I think I've got the rest of the week here. Okay, let's pick up what's on the floor first, which will be Wednesday. So Wednesday, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. This is a challenging week, I think, in the sense where there's this stop-start energy. There's this making waves in terms of opening your mind to something, but really feeling as though you can't progress yet, right? Dealing with that frustration, dealing with a whole multitude of emotions and feelings, excitement, frustration, fear, courage. It's a real kaleidoscope of emotion this week. And on Wednesday, it's as though you have to get a bit quiet. You don't really want to talk about it on Wednesday. You don't really want to talk about whatever it is that's going on in your life that is promoting this arena of change. Wednesday, you're not going to be very communicative. You're not going to want to talk about it. It's going to be a moment for introspection, for reflection, okay? And then Thursday, movement. Something shifts for you on Thursday. You decide you're going to do something, and there feels like it's a bit of a reckless energy. It feels a bit like all the frustration that's built up for the week. On Thursday, you kind of go, well, F it, I'm going to do this thing. Next. So there's a recklessness. It may not be long lasting, but there's a burst of energy on Thursday. There's a burst of energy that moves you forward. And that can only be a positive thing in a scenario that's felt a bit stuck, you know? And then Friday, I've got 4 cards here and I'm just trying to feel which one is Friday. Got it here. Such a calm card to end the working week on. Whatever this push has been that's made you make a move on Thursday, it works out. And on Friday, there is this feeling of balance where you're no longer being held back. That frustration is gone. By the end of the week, this push-pull situation, frustration has dispersed. And you're ready to give again to others and to yourself. So this may be a bit of an antisocial week where you're really focused on things going on in your mind, the limitations you've imposed on yourself, how you can break free of them, if you can break free of them. And then by the end of the week, you're in a much calmer pace and you're like, okay, I can give, I can do, right? And then on Saturday, we see real sustained, balanced movement forward. So that card on Thursday, that was quite rash movement forward, okay? This was the kind of movement that doesn't last. That's the kind of progress that doesn't necessarily last. By Saturday, you're making moves that make sense. By Saturday, you've got much more of a clear direction. And I think it's the new moon this week, so it's the time when we set our intentions. And by Saturday, you've set your intention and you know which direction you want to go in, which is fantastic. So this week has given you a real sense of direction, And then for Sunday, next week, we have 2 cards, 2 queens. The Queen of Wands, the right way up, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And what this is saying to me is that it's time to take action. It's time to get out of your head and start planning your movement forward. So this is a real week that is setting you up for change. And there's a kaleidoscope of emotions, as I said, because of course there is. When you're really thinking of making a change, moving out of a comfort zone, leaving limitation behind, it will cause a massive flux of emotion in you. You will go up and down. You will think, is it the right thing? Is it not? But by the end of the week, by this time next week, you're going to be sitting in a space where you know what direction you're going to go in. For now, I'm not saying you know the direction you're going to go in for the rest of your life, but for this particular thing, you'll have a much clearer vision. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. I felt like that really just spilled out of me quite quickly. But sometimes that is the way. All right, take care. Have a lovely week.